Good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are ready to start your day. I hope that everything's been going swimmingly. It's your daily insight on life and love for April 7th, 2021. Also timeless, so wherever you're catching it, might be relevant, also might not be. Whatever you choose to do, I hope you enjoy the show. If you have questions about booking a session, my email address is in the description, and also you can find me really on any social platform. So go ahead and DM me, ask questions about what services I provide, the sale going on, and what might be right for you. All right, kicking this off with Rider Waite. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. It's sometimes fun here. Look at what's going on. Yep, a new foundation being laid. However, this is going to be somewhat of a struggle, and I think that this is more geared towards some sort of an internal change and your foundation. It's either that or somebody that you are directly working with on this. I'm seeing this as the absolute need, and know that you need to change this about either yourself or they need to change themselves, but not really wanting to do the internal work and look at what the actual problem is and where it comes from. This is wanting to bypass whatever the work is, and you can't just do that with something that is so unique in your life. You can't just say, all right, well, that was awful, that was this, that was that, and just be like, all right, now since I know this, I can go this way. No, you can't. There's a lot of processing that needs to happen in this one. You can't avoid it. If you do, then that's going to be stuffed away and it's going to turn into something else, and it's going to show up in something else in your life. And this, I think that the reason why you don't want to look at this, and the reason why this is going to be such a major challenge for you, is because you're afraid of the judgment that you've carried in yourself for God knows how long. And if you are thinking this about the situation and what this is involving and judging yourself so harshly, if this got out, what else could be judged in this one? No, it's been exhausting. And really, you've done everything up until this point. This is a real important piece to finalize whatever this closing chapter of your life is. I do see that you do have justice coming in, but I also see that there's a new cycle beginning and an awakening happening. It is always, I know it sounds so trite. I know, it's not lost on me. It is always the darkest before the dawn. That is whatever this situation is invoking right now. That dark spot, the spot that you don't want to look at, the shadow aspect of the crevices of us. But this is where we are. So I think that you did a dance around this situation. Really, the worst part about whatever this is, whatever shame you're carrying, whatever judgment you may be holding against yourself, it's all in your head. It's the worst in your head, regardless of what you did or what you were involved in. Whatever you think about it, the worst judge is in your head. And it is brutal and it is uncensored, and you are actually giving it a voice. So let's see. I want more on this. All right, Spirit. What is with trying so hard to suppress this secret, even to yourself? Why? What is the why in this? God, whatever it is that happened so long ago, it feels like an entirely different lifetime. It feels like it's eons ago. You are not the same person as when this happened, and you don't want to be associated with whoever that is, no matter how much you have grown and no matter how much you have done all these amazing things in your life. You think that whatever this is could dim the light on that? Are you kidding me? You're not perfect. You're human. And you want to know what? It's not going to interfere with your dreams, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a life goal that's coming to fruition. Whatever it is that you have been disassociating from for God knows how long is not going to take away the dream or the life of it. So I'm looking at the cards in front of me. This one's really standing out. So it wasn't in the mini reads. I'm just going to read it now. So think of a loved one who has crossed over. This is either going to be from them or from your main guide. But listen, and these are never going without, there's never an accident in this. There's a reason why this is being thrown in front of me right now. All right. Going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in overtime will reap big rewards. And now is the time for you to act and stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are windows of opportunity that are open but close quickly if you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and that you will feel the satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, how much work you are willing to put in will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win in the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so very much, love, Spirit. You have a lot of real big decisions on what you're going to let define you. Are you going to be defined by your past? Or are you going to face that nightmare, call it out, and let it go? Whatever it is, Spirit is telling you, you don't have to hide this about you. I don't care if it's something as stupid as you stole a candy bar when you were a kid and, now you're afraid that, your credibility is shot. No, not even a little. It could be anything. And honestly, you got to look at it in the perspective of all that is life. Somebody has always done something a lot worse and they have made retribution for it. Or maybe I'm misusing that word. They have had their coming clean moment. I'm just going to break it down like that because I don't even know if I use the other word right. So you got a lot of decisions to make on this. All right. There is not going to be judgment. And I do see that once you release whatever this is inside of you, as soon as you release it, you are going to be laid out on your back, exhausted, because whatever this is, you don't understand how much energy this took to suppress for all of this time. And it was all for nothing. You were afraid for no reason in this. You really held yourself back in this. The time is approaching when the light is breaking on the horizon. You will start to see the silver lining. Once you voice whatever this is, you will feel the hope. Because getting this out, the anticipation of it, was the worst part. This is a major breakthrough for you. And I also feel like, hang on one sec. I just have to convert another file. Yeah, I'm converting files while I'm talking to you so I can upload these videos. That's right, I do that. This has been a long time coming, and Spirit is rooting so hard for you to just release this. This is not something that you need to hold on to anymore. All right. All right. I'm getting pulled to another one. I don't know why this is the case tonight, but it is. So I kind of got to go with it. It's so funny when you try and ignore Spirit, it gets right in your face like, hey, a-hole, I'm talking to you. Sit down, shut up before I kick your feet out from under you. Got something I want to tell you. It's really like that. They don't give a what about what you're trying to do to avoid their message. They're going to get right in your face. They're either going to smack you with it or you're going to accept it in that moment. But one way or another, it's going to become very clear to you. So again, we got to listen. Okay, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through languages of oracles. What's up? Dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. What's so funny about this is there's something that never quite clicked into place about you to other people, and that's fine. Once you let go of whatever this pain or this secret or this demon inside of you is, and I mean that in a very non-literal way, by the way, whenever you release whatever this is inside of you, it is going to click so many nervous points that other people weren't able to connect. And this is how they'll be able to help and support you, and how spirit is going to be able to support you. You don't need to speak in symbols, and if you did, you definitely would confuse things. Right now, you're being faced with a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity. Be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. Who knew? The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. Again, who knew? Yeah, you've been let down in the past. We all have to various degrees, and it's uncomparable from one into the other because you'll never share the perspective. However, it is more than in your right to ask people to step up, and if it's completely inauthentic, then you know that that's not going to be the connection that you need to have in that connection at the time. Right. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. I like how they say affirmative. Yeah, you want to know what? The thing is, if you're not getting the answer that you want about a particular person, situation, or whatever in your life, if you're not getting a yes on that, it's because something much better suited for you is coming into play. And when I say that, it's not that it's going to be something that you deserve less, so you better be comfortable with whatever this knockoff is. Not even a little. What it's saying is what matches your vibration is going to be absolutely gravitating towards you, and is going to feel and be the salt of the earth. So this is saying if you're getting a no, it's because it was not equally matched for you. Something has to step up to get to you. Whatever is getting a no or a not now is still being worked on to be on your level. And this is not saying that this is worse or that you are better. It's not saying any of those things. It's saying the vibration is off. You deserve something that flows to you naturally. And of course, that doesn't mean that it's going to take away from the idea that it'll be hard work. Everything in life is to some degree work. And I am seeing that this is going to involve work. Notice the signs and synchronicities. I saw something earlier, and I forget where, it was probably Instagram, where it was talking about, oh wait, no, it's probably TikTok, for God's sakes. Yeah, I'm a big fan, shush. But it was, the stories that we encounter are never by accident, and is telling us what's going to happen next. Now, don't let that scare you, because if this is something that is having a gut-wrench feeling and fear inside of you, then this is a trigger that you need to work on. When spirit, when life, when consciousness is giving you this insight on life and is giving you downloads and intuition, it comes fluid, just like air, just like breathing. And even if it's not necessarily the best news on the planet, there's no fear behind it. If something is invoking the biggest strain of fear on you and it's supposedly an insight, no, it is a trigger, and you've got to get to the source of that, because it is blocking your flow of whatever's trying to come to you. And it's not a form of protection, it's a form of sabotage and keeping you still and in the same place. And that is so frustrating. Yes, I'm looking sideways for a message. What the heck is coming up? Oh, hello, user so-and-so and so. Lots of numbers. And now I'm going to go to the mini reads on this one, because the mini reads, okay, just because something seems challenging, even uncomfortable in the form of somehow hurtful to you in the moment, understand that it's because either it probably is you've held on to this idea, this person, this situation, to such a script that it is something that was damaging the journey for you, for them, for all involved. It undermined exactly what had to flow in here. So even though this is a discomfort or pain, it's because you've been far too rigid. Spirit's like, will you please loosen up the ropes so that you can have more movement, so you can have more experience and more range of movement. Yeah, that's right, Rom. Training to be a personal trainer. That's a little hidden thing. But anyway, the situation is saying you have to let go right now, whatever outcome that you want this to be, or let go of the script on how to get there. Because if you are hanging on so tight, this is informing Spirit that you are not ready, you are not trusting, and you are not doing the work to get to that. There are so many things that happen between point A and point B that you have to fulfill this. And just because it's not happening in your time, in your method, does not mean that it's not happening. It means that there's divine timing, there's still training for you or whatever else is involved in this, and that simply you have to look before you leap, because you have to see what you are leaping into. And this is something that morphs as you are in the air, jumping through into this. Spirit is saying, for the love of God, I've been guiding you this whole time. You've made it this far. You still have breath in your body. You still have road to go in front of you. Will you please trust that I'm not here to kill you? Can you please trust that I'm not here to screw you over? And please allow room for spontaneity, allow room for an adventure, and just know that this is adding to your story. Your story is still happening, and it's going to be a lot better if you let go of the reins a little. It's going to still happen. It's actually going to be better. And if you continue to hold on to this so tightly and have any sort of upset derail you completely, then you're not going to get to your destination. The more that you let go, the faster that this will come. So this is saying the hurt is not a failure. The hurt is you experiencing a growing pain in what you are making a confined space. So let's see. I'm not really feeling this one. So letting go of the reins. If you follow this advice, what is the likely outcome for this particular part of the situation? Don't forget to check the timestamp for the mini reads. You're going to get feeling back. You're not going to lose your heart. The Judgment, we have, I think, Archangel Gabriel here. And then we have leading life with caution and an open mind. The Judgment in this, I want clarification on that, Spirit. The Judgment is, okay, I'm definitely getting this now. The Judgment is what I'm getting from this. Stop wondering and thinking and concerning yourself and creating a storyline for other people to be happy with. You have to be happy with your journey. You have to be happy and thriving on your path. And this is going to have you meet up with other people's paths. And I know that that seems kind of against what I had been talking about. But the thing is, the fact that this is an independent route for you means that you aren't suppressing your personhood anymore. The real, authentic you, the beacon of light that you are, starts to shine through. And that's what people want to invest in. That's what your crew, your people, your abundance, your situation wants to invest in. And the more that you become authentically you, the more that you drop whatever you have suppressed, the more that you start to get feeling back, the more that you start to let yourself move into the future in the moment, rather than planning and micromanaging every detail along the way. You're not a fool. You're not effing it up. And I want more, Spirit. Okay, so you're not going to have to go on another route. Stay strong. You are on the correct path. You are on the correct path. It's changing from this dense, dark wood and going out into what seems to be the plains, so you can see everything and you can have open grounds to work with on here. Let go of the 3 of Cups that was more or less filled with this. God, I want clarification on that. With this need for you to keep part of yourself asleep. Turn around and see your 2 of Cups. Let yourself actually be in harmony with other people and within the situation. These are cups that need to be filled. It's not isolated to a single person. It's persons, including yourself, and abundance in the situation. You have to wake up. And you are waking up. It's going to be uncomfortable at times, but you're meant to expand and get bigger and grow as a entity. I really hope that that made sense. You know that these readings don't end at midnight. So if you have questions about booking a session, my email address is in the description. And again, reach out on any social platform. Definitely say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And I suppose I'll talk to you soon. So until then, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated and watched over. Go rock the day. You know the deal. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It's from your main guide, and it's going to require an open heart and an open mind. So stay tuned. We are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it's taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest that you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes and the soft kisses and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not arriving at any one destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel it? Can you? Hope that made sense. This message has been really hard to get out. We are on a baker's dozen takes here. So, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. And right now, we remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who knows what's in your highest good and who can deliver it to you in what you need in an appropriate form. And in this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way working out, be a little looser. Allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn a new way of doing and seeing. Stay aware, stay curious and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map, and let it. So be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. And in the end, you will still be rooted in the world in abundance. And you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so much. Love, Spirit. That was big messages right there. I hope it made sense. The main reason why this hurts is because somebody is holding on to some idea and some outcome so rigidly. It doesn't have to be this scripted idea in your head or their head. And it also doesn't need to have this final idea that if it's not this, then it's nothing at all. Baloney. This, you're not ready to jump into whatever this is. You're being prepared for it. So whatever the situation is, just because it's not happening in the way that you think doesn't mean that it's not happening, and doesn't mean that you won't find happiness in the situation in a new way. This is kind of ad-libbed in your life. This is improv point in whatever this connection is. And I am seeing that just because you're experiencing the growing pains of whatever this change is in this connection right now, it doesn't mean that this is going to be something that crumples at your feet. Be open to the new experiences and the adventure that is this connection. And when the time is appropriate, it'll all come together. But right now, it's going to be something that's telling you to pause. Does that make sense?